This is the best Edgeshot figure out there, and it's worth every penny. Let's see why. Welcome to Running on Empty. I present to you the Ichiban Kuji Boku no Hero Academia The Top 5 D Prize by Bandai Spirits. Retailing at about 56 USD, this is not a cheap figure, but it's worth the money because it stands as the only way you can get a true-to-character Edgeshot figure. That aside, they've done a brilliant job in bringing him to life. Edgeshot is one of my top 5 heroes of the MHA universe, sharing the stage with the likes of All Might, Eraserhead, Hawks, and Mirko, so I was super ecstatic when I secured him. Let's get the weak points of this figure out of the way first. There aren't many though. First, his hair is super sharp, and so are the horns on his shoulder here, so be careful that you don't accidentally stab yourself. Next, his scarf feels fragile, so handle him with care, otherwise you may accidentally snap or break it. Next, the support structure on his feet comes off really easily, so make sure that it's securely wedged in place, or else you'll risk him falling over. For this though, I do recommend see-through figure putty to keep it stuck together. And last, and this does feel a bit nitpicky, but I should mention that he has removable parts with his scarf and his head able to come off. Having said that though, once his head and scarf are in place, it's very easy to forget that they do come apart since they did a superb job in making him sturdy. Now, let's get to the many good points. Immediately obvious is his amazing clothing sculpt. For such a still stance, his scarf and cloak are billowing with magnificent grace, with the wrinkle detail brilliantly done. I also like the creative way they've made him stand without a base. The minuscule surface area he takes up makes him an extremely easy figure to find room for, but I must warn against putting him on too high a shelf, just because of the instability issues of his feet support that I mentioned earlier. At 19 centimeters and 188 grams, he's decently weighted, but that does mean more damage if he were to fall to the floor. So again, please be careful with him. The paint job is also great, and I like the fact that they've painted shadows on his clothing to provide depth and extra dimension. The textures that they've added to the sculpt are also really great, with the kinks on his strings, the pattern on his slippers, the crisscross on his shoulder, all of them culminating in an amazing clothing sculpt. In my opinion, Edgeshot has the coolest costume in the MHA universe, and I'm so grateful for the figure manufacturers here for how intricately they've forged it. This is a grail figure for me, and I feel very lucky to have found it. So if you're an Edgeshot fan like I am, you won't be disappointed if you were to get this figure. I highly recommend it.